Hi, everybody. My name is Heather Andrews, and I am here with Zach with Panhandle. How are you today?
I'm doing well. Thank you, Heather.
Awesome. Thank you for taking your time to be with us today. He is going to tell us a little bit about what he does and what he offers. So why don't you start, just tell us a little bit about yourself and your company.
Okay. So I'm Zach, the general manager with Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration. The name Panhandle, people are think, oh, are you from the northern panhandle of Florida? But we are not, actually. We are a family-owned business that's actually based out of Wheeling, West Virginia, which is the northern panhandle of West Virginia. So our company actually started in 1977. We now have 5 locations. So we have 3 offices in West Virginia, 1 in Pittsburgh, and then I worked for them for 9 years up north and came down for Hurricane Irma. And when I came down for Hurricane Irma, I decided to stay, and that's when I opened an office for them here in Florida. So we've been here in Sarasota for almost 5 years.
Wow. And you've been in the industry for 20 years. So why
Right.
have you been in the restoration work for over 20 years?
So really what drives me and my passion is to help people. And when we're dealing with the insurance side of things, these are disasters that nobody plans. People plan a remodel, they plan to build a home or make those changes. But when on the emergency side of things, no one plans ahead for a broken water pipe, or for their house to catch on fire, or for a hurricane to come in and just tear up everything, or a tornado. And that's part of who I am. I love to help people work through a difficult time in a situation. I bring calm to chaos. I kind of thrive in chaos, and I love that. But trying to help people understand it is okay. We're going to get you through this process. And that's really how I fell in love with restoration work.
Sounds great. But it's nice to help people when they're having the hardest day of their life. And that's pretty much what you guys do. And that being said, with the hurricanes that we've had in the past couple of years, so many restoration companies have come to Florida. What makes you guys different, stand out?
So it's nice to deal with a family-owned company instead of a franchise. You'll get a little bit of a different feel. The nice part about Panhandle is we're not a small little family company. We are a large family-run business with the multiple offices, so we can bring in the same type of resources that maybe a conglomerate of franchise companies can do. So when it comes to size doesn't matter for us. We can handle the largest thing out there to the small. But when I open up this office here in Sarasota, one of the things that I realized in the area that was missing was good communication to the customer. Here in our Sarasota area, we have a lot of people that are involved in a claim, especially if you live in a condo. You have a condo manager, property manager, the insurance company, the homeowner, maybe a tenant. And so that's where we really try to specialize, is the communication process. We're open and transparent. We want the homeowner, we want the property manager, the insurance company to all understand what's happening, the process, the plan, and keeping everybody in communication. So that's where we try to really specialize.
Well, I know communication is huge. That's like one of my big things. And mostly when you're dealing with, on our end, we hear all the time that they're not hearing from anybody. So that is awesome, because that's a struggle that we really see. What are some other unique things that you bring to the industry?
For me, it's longevity in the industry. So it really helps bring a good understanding of building science to these different types of buildings, whether it's a new home construction or a high-rise condo. I've been in a lot of training and certifications to understand the science side of the structure, because our goal is to get you back open or living in your home as fast as possible. So it's not all about just come in, tear everything out. We want to try and dry or salvage as much as possible. Where we can do that, and if I'm able to dry things in place and keep you in your home, then you don't have months of construction. But being a full service restoration company, we can help all the way through that. but we want to minimize that long term. We want you to be back in your home at that pre-loss condition as fast as possible. So I'm also state certified mold remediator. So I carry the license for our company for mold work, and that's probably our number one thing that we specialize in as Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration is mold cleaning. That's probably the biggest majority of our work. We want to make sure that you're taking care of not just cleaning up like the mold behind me, not just cleaning that up, but we want to make sure that we help you understand how to prevent that from coming back. Does something on the exterior need to be fixed so it doesn't leak? Does the humidity in the home, whether it's the air conditioning system, what needs to be looked at so that way it does not come back? So we try to take it one step further than just clean it, because we can all clean it, restoration companies, we can all dry, but how can we try to prevent it from happening in the future? And that's where we try to take that next step, give you good guidance and understanding so it doesn't happen again.
That's great, because a lot of people just try to quick fix and move on. So it's nice to have that solid know that it's taken care of.
Yeah.
Now, if someone has a claim, or like has water damage or an emergency, what should they do first?
Well, there's number one thing your insurance company is going to tell you to document. Documentation is key. It's important. Everyone's got smartphones, so videos, photos, and then you want to bring in professionals. Just because if you had water come down through a wall and the wall looks dry, it might feel dry. There could be a lot of things going on inside that wall cavity. So you want to bring in a professional that we can come do a free inspection, take a look at the wall with moisture readings, with thermal imaging. Is the wall dry? Is the floor dry? Did it travel to a different room or down the framing to another area? Because ultimately we want to prevent what's behind me. We want to prevent mold growth, long-term damage. We want to prevent those long-term maintenance repeat issues. So bringing somebody in professional that can really kind of see what's going on, give you good guidance, and then you can make an informed decision. Informed decisions are important. You can call in the claim. Us with Panhandle, we work with all restoration companies, so we're willing to meet the insurance adjuster out there, show them the documentation, help them understand what areas are wet, what's dry, the plan moving forward, and that kind of rolls into that communication piece.
Yes. And talk about claims and everything from a restoration point of view, what should they know about their insurance? I know from my point of view, but from your point of view.
Yeah, so especially now, we're seeing a lot of policies that either have limits that homeowners didn't know or a lack of coverage. When prices were going crazy up and up and up, there were a lot of people who decided, well, I'm just going to try to find the cheapest thing out there I can. I can't afford for my insurance rates to keep skyrocketing. But what they did, you didn't get the same level of insurance. And so they were cutting out things that maybe they think are covered. So it's real important to get with your insurance agent, kind of go over, ask, if I have a sewer backup in my home, is sewer backup covered under my policy? Because some cover it, some don't. Sometimes it's a rider, sometimes not. Like wind exclusions. During this last hurricane, we saw that people had taken a wind exclusion to their policy and not realizing that they weren't going to be covered if there's wind damage. Also, water exclusion. Just this last week, we had somebody call in and like all upset that they're going to have to pay for this out of their pocket. A supply line broke and they have no coverage because they have a water exclusion to their policy. She's like, I had no idea that I wasn't covered for water damage. She had made that decision several years ago to reduce her rate and didn't remember, I'm sure she was told, but didn't remember what things were being excluded. And so it's a good idea to kind of go back to your agent, get with Heather, find out what is covered, what's not covered. Mold normally has a 10,000 cap, but there are situations where you might be able to get more coverage. Sometimes there's caps with water damage. Some policies have a 10,000 cap on water damage, and that's not just the cleaning, but that's the cleaning and repair. And so you need to look at your home. If I have a high-end kitchen, and if you had water damage in your kitchen and it destroys your kitchen, there's no way you're going to be able to even do a whole new kitchen for $10,000, let alone did that water affect the whole home? Did it to the severity. So you need to look at the scenario where you're living, look at the policy, make sure you've got enough coverage.
Absolutely. And another thing, remember too, that flood is not included in your homeowner's insurance.
Correct.
Different
yep. After Hurricane Debbie, we saw a lot of people that wish they would have had flood insurance. It was always out there as an option in these neighborhoods that they weren't in a flood zone. They could have carried flood insurance and would have been a lot better off if they would have, for a few $100s a year to get covered on a policy. It was just a lot of people did not have, I mean, it was probably less than 10% of people after Hurricane Debbie that we dealt with that actually had flood insurance.
We so much afterwards too.
Yeah.
But at least they're protected this time around.
Hopefully they're ready for this next one.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Zach, so much. I love the information. And if there's anything else that you'd like anyone to know about you or your company, please let us know. And if you don't mind telling us a little bit about how they can contact you as well, please.
Yeah. So again, we are a full service restoration company. So we can handle everything from fire, water, mold, sewage, hurricane damage, tornado, wind. We do HVAC duct cleaning. We do carpet cleaning, tile grout cleaning. We're kind of here to help you from start to finish. We're a full general contractor, be able to help you get the repairs from damage back up and running. You can reach us. We've got a 1-800 number. It's 1-800-504-7054. Again, 1-800-504-7054. We are on Facebook, Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration of Southwest Florida, or you can go to our website, panhandlecr.com is our company website.
Awesome. And we'll put all this information in the comments or up above as well. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to Zach. I know he'll be happy to help you and answer any questions that you have. And thank you so much for your time. And
yeah, thank you, Heather.
We will talk with you guys soon. So thank you, everybody. And if you have any questions, reach out. Thank you. Bye-bye.